Welcome back to Let's Play Cognition. I'm Tigum, and I'm here with Kozgit again. And this is Episode 1, Chapter 1.
Right. Good to be back. So, got lots of flashing up on the screen again, so it's always interesting. It adds a sense of things happening.
Yeah. Do you remember what we were up to last time?
Yeah, because I've rewatched our last one. So.
Excellent.
In fact, I sat down and made my wife watch it because I made the Hangman.
Yes. This is the actual serial killer we're going to be investigating in this episode.
Okay, well, we got the Keen Killer.
You're not expected to read this at this point.
Oh, well then I won't. 3 years later. 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Wow.
There's no extra text there. What was she just typing?
Yeah.
And what's she typing now?
I don't know. Maybe that just makes it save faster.
Yes. If you want it to save faster, mash the keyboard.
That makes sense.
That is how computers work.
I hate to say it, her brother looks like a jerk.
That's a little unfair. I mean, all you've seen him do is die.
Yeah. Well,
by the time you find him, you won't be able to do anything about it. You'll be blind from staring at that screen in the dark.
I like it this way. I can be half asleep and work at the same time.
Professionalism.
It seems like we
It's
came
2
in
in the
halfway on the
morning.
conversation.
Exactly. Time for breakfast.
Did you hear? Davies closed the Kane killer
Well, it was
case.
you who did that.
I
Yeah,
heard.
we just saw you
And
do
yet,
that.
here you still are at 2 a.m.
I'm just making sure everything's in order
Yeah,
before it's
because I
sent
do
to the
my best work at
archives.
2 a.m.
Why are you here?
Those
I pick up my
eyebrows
phone in the middle of
just
the night.
bizarre.
Apparently you don't.
The animation's really
crap.
weird in the bodies.
I didn't hear
Like,
it ringing. Davies? I'm
The
sure it
hair
isn't
is
pretty.
rock solid.
No, it
And
ain't.
Yeah.
yet they shape
Lots of blood and guts,
just,
they say.
You know.
Or maybe I dreamed it. You sure you don't want your egg sandwich?
Also, Erica's mouth seems to be either
You can
open
have
or
it.
Come on,
closed.
Skippy.
It doesn't have
Davies
like
will have our ass
any
if we
range
don't
of
show
movement.
up 10 minutes ago.
You know who he looks
You
like?
know how I hate that name, don't
Paul
you?
from Deus
I
Ex.
do, Skippy. Man, that egg sandwich smells good.
Kind
You
of.
sure?
Let's go.
Ugh, what happened to her mouth?
That seemed a bit weird.
Some kind of weird graphical glitch there.
Alright, so we're going to crime scene.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to end well because, yeah, 2 a.m., been awake all day, worried about my dead brother.
And yeah, now we are in the first gameplay segment of the actual game.
Right. Cool. So we've got a police officer we can click on. That'll be fun.
I haven't seen him before. Must be new in the force.
How big is this city? I mean,
Yeah,
does she expect to know all the
think
police
That's
officers?
John, my partner.
Yeah, like, she recognizes every police officer by sight. Still got our badge, phone and gun, so
Excellent.
that's good.
Can we just combine them into one unit with maybe some gaffer tape?
Like a knife wrench.
Excuse me, officer?
This is a crime scene, ma'am. I'm going to ask you to please step back unless you have official business here.
Oh, guess we better go then.
Puzzle solving.
Excuse me, ma'am, this is a crime scene?
Special Agent Reed, this is Special Agent McCoy, FBI. We're here on official business.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know. You can go in, sir, ma'am.
You must be new. You're far too polite.
Officer Jonathan Duffer. Yes, I just recently graduated from the academy. It's
His
an honor
name
to
is
serve the city.
Duffer.
Ah, fresh blood. Doesn't that
Well,
make
he
you
didn't
all
check the other guy's
warm and
ID,
tingly
so
inside?
that's
No, but I'm
very
sure
good.
this crime scene will.
Well, he's new.
What exactly happened in there?
I hear they found a body hanging. Murder, apparently. I don't know much else. Like I said, I just started at the force, so they have me standing guard. You're gonna have to talk to your people inside. I don't know why
So the police
FBI
has
is
precisely one person guarding this.
You're not the only one wondering. Thank you, officer.
Well, I guess the other
Who
FBI
found the
people are
body?
there
calling.
already.
A bum
so-
found the body,
Yeah.
but he didn't see anything.
Who interrogated him?
I heard it was Director Davies herself. You work for her, don't you? Must be quite an honor.
She's something, all right.
Why is the director out at a crime scene in the
Any
middle
other
of the
witnesses?
I was
Nobody
about to
heard or
ask
saw
that,
anything
because
from what I've heard.
directors are
Ain't
basically just
this a
managers.
lucky day?
You keep them
Yeah.
away from actual work because they go and stuff everything up.
Thank you, officer.
No problem, Agent, and I'm sorry again.
Never apologize for doing your job, kiddo.
Yes, sir.
Wonderfully animated
Yeah.
crime scene tape there. Of course, we have to wait for John to come along as well.
He had to think about that for a while. Do I just run through it like a marathon runner?
It's an all-agents night. I'm not particularly looking forward to the who's got the biggest gun conversation, though.
Why have we turned up again? I sort of wasn't paying enough attention earlier.
Yeah, there seem to be a lot of people here already. Like,
Hey, the Scarlet Furies are playing. I can't miss
She
that.
doesn't sound very excited. I hate to say it.
apparently, that's some sort of in-joke where, like, the Scarlet Furies is the band
I'll
that
let
the
John
woman who plays
socialize.
Erica
I'll go
is
do
in
some
real
work.
life.
The hell is that
Oh.
supposed to mean?
I see.
So yeah, you get an achievement for looking at the poster because
Looks
it's an in-joke.
appropriately creepy.
Why can't killers choose a nice,
Maybe it's
comfortable
part of her
spot at
payment
once
that, you
with
know,
good
she gets
lighting?
free
Gets-
advertisement.
Gets to promote her band.
Well, you know, fair enough. Hey, if you're in a band, it can be kind of hard. Like, you end up doing these sort of shit.
Finally, you get your ass down here.
My ass was busy closing Scott's file.
Look around and then come talk to me. And John, please wipe your mouth. I can smell that egg sandwich all the way over here.
Hey, it's a good sandwich, ain't it? What do you say, Gallagher?
Sure, if you want to drop dead from a
What?
heart attack.
Hey man, I'll back you
Eggs
up.
are deadly.
They don't know what they're missing.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. This is how humans interact.
And so now John's just gonna stare at the wall.
Yeah. They seem to have fixed the lens flare thing.
Even my pal and tech
Yeah.
guru Terrence Bowlby is here. Davies must be really interested in this case. But why? Dr. Gallagher is one of the best at what she does. She also has a stick up her ass about it.
What she does in her private life is up to her.
Poor bastard.
Brutal.
Suicide?
Agent, if it was suicide, I wouldn't be here at 2:30 in the morning.
Some people don't have any
Wouldn't the
sense of
coroner
humor
get
around
called
here.
anyway?
I left it in my bed when I got Davies' call.
Yeah. I would have thought, especially for a suicide case, because, you know, you got to rule out murder.
Yeah.
Is this from the victim?
It seems to be from their fingertips.
What?
Well, there are too many people here. I'll look at it later.
It would be suspicious
Did the
if she
killer
were
use
to
this table to
investigate
hang
the
the
crime
guy?
scene.
Maybe
Yeah.
they used it for leverage.
Especially as she's just been told to investigate the crime scene.
That's Gareth Patterson. When he's not shooting horrors like this one, he's an amazing fine art photographer.
I don't think so.
The painting looks fresh.
I like that they've animated people, they're not just standing there doing nothing, but that guy on the right, the tech guy, he's been crouched down like that for a long time.
Well, he's
Hey, buddy.
waving that thing at
How's
the
it
wall.
going?
The
I thought it was waving at
Erica
the box.
herself. I'm trying to finish quickly so I can go get some freaking sleep. I'm a tech geek. I shouldn't be doing all this crap.
Where's your team?
There's a lot of shit hitting the department right now, so we're low on manpower.
They're outsourcing.
How's it hanging, McCoy? Weird to see the FBI all over this.
I don't make the rules, pal.
Okay.
Doesn't
That's,
he work for the FBI?
Have you gotten any prints?
that seemed oddly aggressive.
Nothing. It's super clean. This person knew what they were doing. Been searching around, but I can't even find a partial.
How can the guy who did this struggle so much and not leave any traces behind?
The guy knows his shit.
What do you mean no traces? There's blood and stuff everywhere.
Any luck identifying our John Doe?
Nope.
Nothing in the database?
I wish it was that simple. Didn't you look at the body?
What about it?
Oh, get this. The problem is not that the guy isn't in the database. The problem is that the killer cut the skin off the fingers of our John Doe. All I've been able to find is just blood markings everywhere. Thank you, asshole.
Cutting the skin off just seems more work than just cutting the
I'll
fingers
have to take a look at that tomorrow.
Yeah.
You just get a pair of bolt cutters.
So any
that
theories on
probably
how
do
the
a
guy
fairly
was
good job.
hanged?
There are a few marks on the
Not
body.
that I know about such things.
They aren't from a struggle with a killer per se, but my theory is that whoever did this had a hell of a time stringing that big guy up.
Drag marks?
Exactly. It wasn't easy getting him up there.
So we're looking at someone smaller than the victim. Probably
What?
an average build?
Yeah, that sounds about
They
right.
could be the same build, and, you know, I would have trouble lifting me up.
Terrence, did you notice that wall over there?
Yeah.
The paint looks fresh.
Yeah, I saw that. I'll have to call someone to come here tomorrow and take a closer look. I seriously don't have time for all this work.
Have you talked to Davies about the lack of
She
resources?
looks really evil in that one.
She knows this is BS.
Yeah, something went wrong with
I
her
heard
eyes
that.
there.
All good, boss. I got it.
Hang in
Yeah,
there,
even
buddy.
someone bigger than the
Yeah.
victim might have had difficulty getting his body up there like that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, you know. It's not exactly
The body's
easy.
pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Gallagher?
Reed,
What do we have here?
white male, mid-40s, cause of death, strangulation.
So he was definitely killed by the hanging.
No doubt about that. He suffered a very agonizing death. The cerebral hypoxia was as slow as it could have been.
English?
Deprivation of oxygen to the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably could have figured that one out.
Yeah.
Any signs of struggle?
Don't forget
Not
it's like
exactly,
3 a.m.
But there
so.
are marks on the body. Bowlby can fill you in on his theories.
Any
no,
idea how someone got him up there without struggling?
That guy. I hate
I
that
can't
guy.
say for sure without running an autopsy. Look at the spots in the shirt. Most likely saliva. In victims of hanging, the tongue protrudes by the pressure on the jaw, causing it to dry. My best guess is that the saliva was then caused by some kind of a drug used prior to the suffocation.
The killer must not have been strong enough to do this without drugging the victim.
John Doe here is very well built. I couldn't take him.
Well,
Are you kids
even
done
if they're not that
theorizing?
strong,
I'd like
a
to get
person
back to my
struggling can
work.
be, you know.
Well, I guess he was drugged,
Very
so he
slow
wouldn't have been
death, you
struggling
say?
that much. But
I
Yeah, no,
believe he
but
was not
it's not
dropped,
that great a
but rather
conclusion.
raised with the rope. Add to that the height of this table, just tall enough for the victim to reach it with his toes from time to time, allowing for the compression of the trachea to stop every once in a while.
What about loss of consciousness?
The weight of the body causes the compression of the airway, arteries, and jugular veins.
So,
If done correctly, the victim
should
should
someone
pass
playing
out
this
in a matter
actually
of
be
seconds.
paying attention to all
But in
this
this
text?
case, you can see how his brain
no, not
expanded.
really.
Look at the veins in his forehead.
See, I'm in two
He
minds
stayed
about that.
conscious
See,
for at least 30 to 45 minutes.
It's lovely that they're
maybe
doing
more.
it, blah, blah, blah. But,
Whoever did this must have really
you,
hated
you
the
don't
guy.
get this sort of
He also
detail in Law and
defecated.
Order
It's
because
another
it's
sign of
boring.
prolonged
Yeah.
cases of suffocation.
So that's the smell. And Davies pinned it on my sandwich.
Lovely as ever, John.
oh, that was a mouth fail. It just sort of... I don't know what was going on there.
What else can you tell us?
I'm trying to finish my work, if you don't mind. Stop by the morgue tomorrow and we can talk more. And bring
Ugh,
something
the
to keep
morgue.
Bowlby entertained, and stop him from coming down to interrupt me when I'm working.
Hey, I heard that.
Good.
Why would Tech Guy go down the morgue?
When
He
did they
doesn't
move
even like
forensics?
leaving his office.
They just moved him into our building this week. Temporarily, they said. Thankfully, it's only him. I'd go crazy if they brought the whole forensics freak show.
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately?
Excuse me now. I'd like to finish this so I can get back home to my cats.
Uh-huh.
So her
I'll bug you
whole
again if I need more
personality
info.
and characterization
Try to be
is that
quick.
she is just an obnoxious asshole.
I don't know. Who are we talking about? The protagonist or, or her?
Well, her too.
Hey, Gareth.
Hello, Agent Reed.
I've come to take a photo of your butt.
See anything interesting?
We'd better. You know Davies is going to grill us with questions, so let's comb through everything.
Yeah, well.
You're just getting information from the other people who are already there. Like, what is your role in this investigation?
To find things to click on.
I've been avoiding Davies lately. I shouldn't be angry with her, but I just can't help it.
Yeah, I know you could be an adult about it. Just throwing it out there.
Davies.
Yeah, we just saw her last time point a gun at her partner. I don't think professionalism is really her thing.
I keep forgetting you're not playing this live, so I'd be saying, quick, click on the cans in the back.
The roof is a dead end. I don't need to go up.
The paint cans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did click on them, remember? She said she couldn't look at them while everyone was there.
Oh, yeah, that's right, sorry. I thought that was the wet paint. Or the blood thing. Yeah, one of the two.
Now we come to the real reason why Erica is here, because she needs to use her psychic powers to get extra clues.
Yes. What? Oh, I thought you clicked over there. Is this how we use our magic powers now?
Yeah, you just click on the psychic thing, then click on something that's lit up in the scene, and then...
Oh no, I mean, her head is sort of... She seems to need to operate it by touching her forehead.
Oh yeah.
It's happening again. This is getting out of control. I haven't been able to get a grasp on it lately.
Everyone in the room just heard that.
No, that was in a monologue. No one heard that.
It looked like he was talking. It's hard to tell, because the body animates for both of them.
She's just one of those people who speaks her every thought out loud, and her colleagues are just polite enough to not say anything.
And gasps quite loudly.
It's starting to hurt. Ever since Scott died, it's slowly gotten worse and worse.
Are you alright?
I'll manage.
That was a conversation just across the room.
Yeah, they're just shouting across the room to each other.
Something fell down there.
Don't put gloves on before you handle the evidence or anything.
She's in the FBI, she doesn't need to.
Hey John, any idea what this is?
No clue. Ask
Early
Terrence.
CD.
It's that mausoleum opening wheel from before.
Yeah. Or a genuine imitation, take it home, one.
I wonder what this is.
Talk to the guy. Show it to this
Hey,
guy.
Terrence.
Yo, E.
You know how you can tell he's a nerd?
Do you know what this
He's got
is?
a goatee,
It was under the
blonde hair,
shelf.
and he's a bit fat.
No freaking clue. Looks old. Is it evidence?
Are you confiscating it if I say it is?
Maybe. Does it have any prints?
Yeah,
screw
it's
it,
got
keep
yours
But
and
bring it to me
Erica's.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, and keep it clean.
You said it looks old?
Yeah. I've seen something similar. Ask me another day. When there's coffee.
Terrence?
Really, I don't know. Do whatever you have to do with it and bring it back.
What?
Yeah, just take the evidence.
Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah.
Look, we all have bad days, but
Reed?
this is a murder.
McCoy,
Oh, joy.
come talk to me when you're done asking around.
That's the
We
same
better
thing
make
she
sure
said
we know
before.
our facts before talking to Davies.
Yeah,
Does she
that's the
just-
game triggering to tell you that now it's time to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there are too many people here. I'll look at it later.
You do all the other ones, but not that one.
Yeah.
See anything interesting?
We'd better. You know Davies is going to grill us with questions, so let's comb through everything.
But not the roof, because that's obviously a dead end.
Yeah.
Reed, we're paying for the damn cell phone so that you take the call when I ring you. Is that clear?
This
Now,
feels like it should have been
what
the
have you
conversation
found?
that happened when
How
we
did the
first
victim die?
arrived.
Yeah. Have you noticed their arms seem just a little bit long?
Suffocation.
Yeah,
Who is our
something
John
a bit
Doe?
odd about the proportions.
We can't identify the victim yet because the victim's fingertips have been skinned.
And it's
Any
actually
leads on the
possible to
killer?
fail this bit as well, but I didn't because I
Did you
I
work?
don't think
Did you
it's
work off?
likely to be important.
I was gonna say, did you work off
The
the
killer
multiple
struggled with the
answer
hanging of the
question
victim, which
principle,
leads us to
and just
believe that
choose
the
the
killer is
longest
smaller and
answer?
skinnier than the victim.
No, I just remembered what those
That's
people in
it?
the room
That's
had just
it.
said.
Ah,
I may point out, however, that Terrence is being overworked, so he's not exactly at the top of his game.
When I have questions about how to run my branch, I'll ask you. Anything to add,
should have snapped her
McCoy?
fingers then
No.
when she did that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Not only are you too late, you're also worthless. Go get some sleep and get your asses to work tomorrow early. I want to see you in my office as soon as you're in, Reed.
Yes, sir. Can I ask a question? Why are we taking
Everyone
this
else
case?
is busy.
Tomorrow. Now get out of here. Erica.
Sir?
How are you holding up?
I'll be
Oh wow,
fine.
that was creepy.
Good.
Turn her head around like an owl.
Get some rest.
I like how the boss just doesn't look at
I have
her.
a bad feeling
Look at
about
her
this one.
she's
Yeah.
constantly looking around. Like, must
like
not
they've
make eye
gone-
contact.
You know, it looks weird if their heads just stay immobile, so they've just got their heads moving constantly.
You called?
Erica, I know how much you care about what happened to Scott,
Flashback.
but I'm afraid I'm going to have to let you off the case.
Don't do this
Oh,
to me,
was it?
Davies.
I
I
missed that
have
bit.
to. It's been 3 years.
This is bullshit. I'm so close to getting somewhere.
No, Erica, you're not. I've seen your reports. You're going in
She's just been
circles.
investigating
put
that
you up
one
to this?
case for
Brian's
3
worried
years.
about you.
Yeah, that seems a
Listen,
bit unlikely.
I
Especially
understand
as
how
it's
much this
her
means
brother.
to you, but
Yeah,
it
like she
has
shouldn't be
to
investigating
stop.
it at all.
Yeah.
I put my job on the line, letting you take on a case in which you're so personally involved. And I did it out of respect for your dad. But it's time to move on, Erica. Even your dad agrees.
I can't.
You have
So you
to,
don't get
Erica.
much choice in this matter.
I'm afraid that's an order.
She has really evil eyes.
Yeah, it's something like
Are you all right?
her eyebrows
I
sort of
just need
come down over her eyes.
I think
somehow.
it's the model's got the head tilted down a lot. The animate the way they've done her face. She's always looking down a bit,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. It's a bit weird.
They're getting worse.
What is?
My vision.
Premonition,
I
or
told
is
you
it
to go see someone about that.
Shh, they'll hear you.
Do you still have that card I gave you?
Yes, John, I do. But the whole hocus pocus thing.
It
it's
is.
not me.
You're psychic.
Listen,
Yeah.
Rose
No, I-
runs an antique shop. That thing you found, Terrence says it was an antique. So go ask her about it, and while you're there, maybe bring up these visions of yours. What can it
Well,
hurt?
you'd be
If
asking
that
some
will shut
weird
you
person
up,
in an
fine.
antique shop.
I'll go tomorrow.
Go now. She's a night owl. Closed in the mornings, open all night.
Great. That sounds perfectly normal.
Go on. I'll hitch a ride to the
Actually,
office.
I'd probably go to antique shops if they were open late at night, because that would be interesting. But
What is that thing she keeps doing with her lips? Like,
I think they mean to call it talking, but who knows?
no, no. Not the talking bit, the other bit.
Are we meant to select things? Oh, here we are.
Now we got a new location we can go to.
It'd be nice if they Indiana Jones it up and had the little arrow just driving across it. A bit more.
Yeah.
Or just a thing saying you're at downtown or wherever. You don't really need to see the map. that I know
Rose's
of.
shop. The things John gets me into.
Annoyingly, there's actually two maps. Like,
What?
Yeah, the FBI office and the morgue are two icons on a separate
still
map that you
open?
have to open up
Does
once
Rose
you've gone
ever
to the main
sleep?
one.
That's an interesting design choice. I wonder if something came up halfway through development and everyone, ah, we'll just do it this way.
Yeah, it's weird because like everything's on one map except for these two things, and like
Hello, my
you
dear.
could have just fit
I
them
could
on the main
feel
map.
the spirits
I
were
think.
active
Yeah.
tonight. I knew someone would appear.
Yeah, that'd be me. So, does the shop have the identity problem, or is it you?
Very observant. What's a pretty girl like yourself doing out at the witching hour?
Special Agent Reese. I'm here to ask you some questions about an antique.
My favorite subject, Agent. And you can call me Rose, my dear.
That's a bit of an odd name. Rose, my dear.
Oh well, who are we to argue?
So, you sell antiques?
You do not just sell antiques, my dear. I like to see it as a way to preserve these beauties through the generations. But yes, this is an antique shop.
Someone should tell Erica that this person might be a wanker.
Like what? Reading a crystal ball?
If a customer wants to talk to their dear departed mother or father, I am happy to help.
Right. Do you read the tarot too?
I make an honest living, Agent. Nothing wrong with that.
Other than extorting people's hard-earned money, no.
I give people what they want. I know when people
It may
need
be
healing
fraud, but
and
it's
how
not
to
extortion.
help them heal.
I
Right,
don't
my
know,
dear?
Erica's coming off quite aggressive, like, a bit too much.
Yeah,
I wanted to
especially as
ask
she
you
came
about
here
this.
for help.
Ah,
Yeah.
that is strange.
What is?
This is only a piece of the toy. Ah, yes, it is a le pendu, or at least very similar to one. Precious things. Ah, beautiful.
A what?
Le pendu. It was a line of toys that had their roots in the French Revolution. It is said that those in high society used them at secret parties. Mysterious, do you not
No.
think? And some say they used these
God, this
toys
woman
to
talks a
scare
lot.
their children into
Everyone
understanding
seems to talk a
what
lot.
justice could do to them if they
It's like
did
they've gone
not
with the last
follow
one.
the
Right,
rules.
we need more talking.
Horrible, is it not?
We hired
So why
voice
would a
actors.
toy
We
like
better
that
get our
appear in a
money's
crime
worth.
scene
Yeah.
last night?
That is your job.
Whereas most
my
people go,
dear.
we've hired voice actors, so we better not make it too long, because it'll be expensive.
Yeah.
Could this have come from this shop?
I have not sold one in a while, but they are not as uncommon
Why
as you
would we
may
think they're uncommon?
Do you know of any other shops that may sell them?
Toy shops, other antique stores. I bet they show up in those online auctions too.
Yeah,
As
toy
I said,
shops,
they
probably.
are not all that uncommon. I
And
am
those
sorry,
online
my dear.
auctions that we've heard of
What else can
Ah,
you tell me
yes.
about it?
The artifact is indeed
on
old,
the internet.
but it has been modified. The wood is very old,
I
and
hear
so
they have
is
that
the
on
varnish.
computers these
But the
days.
cuts are new. Is this the only piece you found?
Yes. So there are more?
Well,
yes, she said like
And I
3
would
times
say
now.
these cuts were made to fit into some other piece.
Do you carry these?
There is one right there.
Thanks for the help.
Anytime, my dear.
It's been
Now,
in front of you the
tell
whole
me the
time.
real
And they keep
reason
God.
why you are here.
Oh, you told the truth.
Something's been happening to me.
Yeah, I don't think it really
A
makes
friend
any difference
suggested I
what
talk
you
to
do.
you about it.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, the
I
other
am
girl's
listening.
psychic
I
too,
keep
so
having...
you know.
Visions?
I'm sorry, I'm not exactly comfortable.
Listen, my
take
dear,
off your jacket.
you can
Sit
tell
down on the
Rose
couch.
whatever is happening to you. These old bones have seen it all and heard it all.
Oh, you went with
How do you
explain. That was a
know?
hard choice.
Did John McCoy call you?
Jean McCoy. Where do I know that name from? Ah, yes. Jean. Another FBI
John.
agent. More easygoing.
John McCoy. Where would I know
He
him
came
from?
here
I know a
few
guy
years
called
back.
John.
Poor soul, he was utterly lost. He loved my coffee.
Wow, Erica,
And we
you could
used
at
to
least
sit
look
at
at the
that
woman when
table
she's
over
talking
there,
to you.
talking for hours. I would
Well,
guess
she's not looking at
you
Erica
are
either
the
most
girl
of the
he
time.
told me about.
Wish he'd let me deal with this on my own.
Sometimes we do need a push, my dear. And here you are, taking the right
This
steps.
is how real people move
When
their
did
bodies.
they start? The visions. I will tell you what. Go and sleep on it. Visit your brother tomorrow.
Wait, how do you know?
Sleep on it. And if
'Cause
you are
she's
ready
psychic,
tomorrow,
Erica.
come back here and I will
Yeah.
show you a few things.
She gets a blue
All right.
light sometimes
We'll
when she
see.
clicks on things.
I could stay up driving all night. I could use the time to think, but I'd better get some
That
sleep
doesn't sound
tonight.
like a safe
I have a
idea.
feeling tomorrow is going to be a long
No,
day.
it's just... I could say I'm driving all night. Yeah, and you probably die.
Any final thoughts on that episode?
That's an interesting introduction. A lot, far too much information. Just gets... And look, I know what they're trying to make it, a full body type thing and give you the chance to experience or see a lot of things, and it's not all just there's side story and that sort of stuff. But
yeah, it's a very info dumpy game.
Yeah, and I find with those games, especially in these sort of environments, like, what do I need to know? Do I need to know all this? Should I read all this? I'll get a pen and paper and write it all down, and you just end up going, what was I meant to know? What am I doing again?
Yeah, fortunately, you don't really need to remember most of this stuff, and like anything that's critical will just be repeated if you go back and talk to the person again.
How did you find playing it? Did it get too tedious, or was it not too bad?
Well, those long dialogue sections, that I was actually kind of doing something else in another window while half paying attention.
The old, someone's talking, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, she says a lot of words, but there's not much information in them.
Yeah. And the problem I find with it, if you have the subtitles up, you can read it faster than someone says it.
Yeah.
I remember in, was it Shadowrun? Something like that. One problem I had with that was it didn't do any talking and it just was reading. And the problem was when you got something to read and you're just reading lots of it, it just sort of, you tune out a bit after a while and go, I read that, but I don't know what it said, so...
Yeah, I like having the dialogue and text at the same time for that reason, because if you've got both, then it's easier to focus on what's there.
That's it. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. I'm not holding high hopes.
No, we do actually get to do a bit in the next episode, so that should be better, but yeah, this one was just a very slow start.
Yeah.